Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. In this video, our group will talk about mixing technique. Before we start, I would like to introduce our group members, which are Maisarah, Nur Hajar, Intan FATIHAH, and me, NURUL Asyiqin. Now, let's get started. What is mixing? Mixing is a process when two or more materials are interspersed in space with one another. Complete mixing is when all the samples are found to contain the components in the same proportions as the whole mixture. There are two types of mixers, which are impeller mixer and non-impeller mixer, and our group will explain about mixing technique using an impeller mixer, which is a countertop blender. What is impeller mixer? Impeller mixer is a mixer consists of a fixed container containing a moving stirrer, agitator, or a rotating shaft with an impeller.
Next, I will present about component in blender. First, housing. Houses the speed control as well as high speed and fan-cooled electric motor. Second, multi-speed knob. Deliver current to the motor depending on which control speed level is chosen. Third, blade. To ensure uniform contact with the blade, produce a whirlpool effect that transfers solid from top to bottom, that resulting in homogeneous mixture. Fourth, jar. Allow material to circulate through the blade. Fifth, lid. Form an airtight seal on the jar to avoid spattering. Sixth, gasket or oil-seal ring, a mechanical seal that fills the space between two or more mating surfaces, that preventing leakage from or into the joint object while compressed. 7. Jar base or jar nut, fixed blade and gasket be screwed into the jar. 8. Bottom screw cap, hold the blender blade cutter in place during operation. 9. Blender rubber drive clutch, it sits on top of the motor and on the bottom of the blade assembly. It is made from rubber. Lastly, motor. When the motor is turned on, it forces a small vertical coupler shaft inside the motor base to spin very quickly, that rotating the blade.
Principle of a blender involves a shearing force where a force is applied perpendicular to a surface in opposition to an offset force acting in the opposite direction, which results in a shear strain. In the blender, the fluids include both liquid ingredients and air. The liquid follows the blade in a whirling motion around the container, forming a well near its center. The vortex causes a vacuum at the center of the jar, which pulls the ingredient toward the middle, much as a tornado does. The well in the center of a blender vortex is shallow, so it displaces the contents as they are drawn toward the axis at the center of the blade. This circular pattern continues, whipping air into the contents, which help mix the ingredients more quickly until you stop the blender. Now, I will show you all how this blender works. So, I am planning to make sambal, and we need dried chilies that have been ground using a blender. Ingredients needed to make ground chili are dried chilies that have been seeded, boiled and filtered, garlic, onions and filtered water. First of all, put the boiled chilies, garlic and onion, then add half a cup of filtered water, and then you can start grinding. If you want the blades to work faster, you can adjust the speed using the multi-speed knob.
So I am going to tell you all about the advantages of the countertop blenders today. Firstly, it is cost effective. The countertop blenders are one of the most cost-effective ways to invest the money. We do not need to worry about it once we invest our money into something useful like this. It will run for several years with minimal complaints if we use the blenders properly. It will yield back all the money in the form of nutritious drinks and meals to us. Secondly, it has multi-purpose use. It will offer us various grades of functioning. From baby food to gym drinks, purine, blending and smoothies, we can prepare everything from it. We will also cut off the need of other kitchen appliances once we are eager to use it. While for the disadvantages, it is messy to clean. Cleaning of the countertop blenders could be a bit hectic for newbies. You need to be careful while cleaning the place or you will hurt yourself. Remember to stay cautious. There are not many cons other than staying cautious while blending hot floods in it. And lastly, it is very noisy. Using the blender can make stressful who are not in the mood, since it is such a very noisy.
In conclusion, impeller mixers and non-impeller mixers are both have their own pros and cons, and of course, there is a difference between impeller and non-impeller mixer. Therefore, to conclude, the type of mixer we use in this video, which is a countertop blenders, has many advantages, especially to humans, as it will lessen the burden when cooking. It is also a basic equipment we use in our daily life and easy to use. That's all from us. Thank you.